Showcase Beautiful in Pelham's Ballantree. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty, 356-5412. Call on Colleen.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, September the 20th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in with us. And it looks like the wet weather just rolls along. Let's take a look at the sky cam this morning, and there's Tuscaloosa. It looks a little fuzzy because the camera's having a little trouble focusing because we have those low clouds out there. But certainly foggy or cloudy, probably in the clouds up at Cheehaw as we look at the sky cam up there and we look over the hotel. On the surface map this morning, much of the action is in the northwestern United States and in the southeastern United States. The southeast remaining quite wet with a variety of boundaries from various thunderstorms left over. And the culprit, of course, has been that broad surface low as well as the broad upper low that is now beginning to show some signs that maybe it's going to be getting out of here, and that's okay. However, if you look upstream in the northwest, we've got another low that's going to be dropping in, so it looks like the wet weather is not completely over just yet. Temperatures across the southeastern U.S. are very mild. The only cool weather really is in New England, where some of those spots are flirting with freezing at this particular hour, just after 5 o'clock. Now, closer to home, temperatures with the clouds around central and north Alabama generally in the lower 70s, and a few of those spots even a little warmer. Notice Tuscaloosa is at 75 this morning at 5 o'clock. On the radar, not as much as we've seen, as it looks like things are beginning to shift a little further east as well as a little further north, but still the potential is there, and the potential for heavy rains remains high, and the result is that much of Georgia, Alabama, and most of Middle Tennessee are under a flash flood watch. The one for central and north Alabama is until about midnight tonight. QPF-wise, we're still looking at the potential over the next 5 days of as much as about 2.5 to 3 inches. And as we've seen over the last several days, that potential is really high with this tropical moist air mass. And the result is that we're going to be watching for this spotty rain that could produce significant amounts. As a matter of fact, the Birmingham airport broke a record yesterday with 2.54 inches of rain. That sets the record for the record highest rainfall for yesterday, September the 19th. All right, here's the 06Z GFS model run. And you can see the surface map this morning. There's a lot of precipitation forecast to occur over the southeastern U.S. We do see that trough come in off the northwestern United States, and that is helping to kick out this broad area of low pressure in the upper atmosphere that has been anchored just to our west. So we should at least see a little bit of a reduction as much of the heaviest rain and the strongest precipitation heads a little bit further to our north. By Tuesday, that becomes a bowling ball, and the GFS is still hanging on to the fact that that is going to retrograde a bit and anchor itself over the Four Corners for a couple of days. And again, that should reduce the shower coverage by midweek. So I think Tuesday we'll still see probably a good number of showers, but by Wednesday it'll be more of a scattered pattern. And the bowling ball kind of gets lost out of the flow as it unsinks with the main flow across the northern tier of the United States. And once again, that keeps us in a bit of just a scattered pattern since we can't really get rid of this low-level moisture. The Four Corners low is there, but as it begins to phase up, it looks like it should enhance the ridge over the eastern third of the country. And once again, that really should improve our chances for having some dry weather, at least for a day or two. That phases that bowling ball we had, that cutoff low over the Four Corners, phases up by Saturday. And with that, it should begin to move out. And by Sunday, we see that it is up over the Ohio River Valley, the western sections of the Ohio River Valley in the vicinity of Chicago. And once again, that should bring us a relatively wet day as we head into the latter part of next weekend. But that's verging on voodoo. And speaking of voodoo, here is a rather optimistic look at some dry weather as we see the GFS forecasting around 12Z on the 4th of October, a big ridge over the central part of the country, and that should mean, yes, surface high, centered over about West Virginia, and with that, some dry weather, which I'm sure we would all like to have. Although, again, keep in mind, only 2 years ago, we were complaining about the drought. I'm Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning into this Weather Xtreme video. James should be back in the saddle again tomorrow morning. I hope that you have a great Sunday and a great upcoming week. Godspeed.